I almost quit Spanish last week. 3 months of work, and I felt like I learned nothing.
And I didn't touch my French app for 2 whole weeks. I opened it once, stared at it for 30 seconds, and felt ashamed.
We're supposed to be English teachers, and we can't even motivate ourselves to learn another language.
So today we're talking about what to do when learning feels impossible. The struggle is real, and we're not going to sugarcoat it.
And here's a challenge while you listen. Count how many times we say give up or quit. Write your number in the comments.
Welcome to Quiet English Conversation. I'm Zia, this is Simon. Let's be brutally honest about struggling. All right, Simon, tell me the truth. What made you want to give up Spanish?
It's embarrassing, honestly. I started with so much excitement 3 months ago. Learning hola, gracias. Basic stuff felt amazing.
What changed?
After about 6 weeks, I hit a wall. Suddenly, everything felt harder. Grammar rules got confusing, and I wasn't seeing progress anymore.
Did you keep practicing every day?
At first, yes. But then I started making excuses. I'm too tired today. I'll study tomorrow. I don't have time right now.
How long did those excuses last?
9 days straight. 9 days of saying tomorrow and never actually doing it.
That's the procrastination trap, when you keep delaying something until it never happens.
Procrastination trap is a good phrase. For example, I fell into the procrastination trap and stopped exercising.
Exactly. So after 9 days, how did you feel?
Terrible. I felt like a failure. Like, maybe I'm just not good at languages. Maybe some people have the talent and I don't.
Stop right there. That's not true. You're experiencing what's called the intermediate plateau.
The what?
The intermediate plateau, a period where progress feels stuck or invisible, even though you're still learning.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Sure. After 3 months of French, I hit an intermediate plateau and felt discouraged.
So it's not just me. This happens to everyone.
Everyone! It's the most common reason people quit learning languages. They think they're failing, but actually, they're just in a normal phase.
That makes me feel a little better. But it doesn't solve the problem. What do I do when I'm stuck on this plateau?
I'm going to tell you what worked for me. But first, did you actually quit Spanish, or are you still trying?
I'm still trying. Barely. I practiced for 5 minutes yesterday, but I felt guilty the whole time for skipping 9 days.
5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Don't feel guilty. Feel proud that you showed up.
But how do I stop making excuses? How do I push through when I really don't want to study?
Okay, this is what saved me when I almost quit French. I made a deal with myself.
What kind of deal?
I said, Zia, just do 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes today. If you still hate it after 2 minutes, you can stop.
Wait, only 2 minutes? That sounds too easy to make a difference.
That's exactly the point. 2 minutes isn't scary. Anyone can do 2 minutes, even on the worst day.
So what happened when you tried it?
I opened my French app, started a simple lesson, and set a timer for 2 minutes. And you know what? After 2 minutes, I felt okay. I kept going.
How long did you actually study?
12 minutes that day. But I only committed to 2. The rest just happened naturally.
So you tricked yourself into studying longer by lowering the goal?
Exactly. Starting is the hardest part. Once you're moving, you keep moving. It's called lowering the barrier to entry.
Barrier to entry means the difficulty or effort needed to start something. For example, I lowered the barrier to entry by putting my workout clothes next to my bed.
Perfect example. Make it so easy to start that you can't say no.
This is genius. So instead of thinking, I need to study Spanish for 1 hour, I should think, I'll just do 2 minutes.
Yes! And here's the beautiful part. Most of the time, you'll do more than 2 minutes. But even if you don't, those 2 minutes still count.
Okay, I'm going to try this today. But what about those days when I'm really, truly exhausted? Like, I can barely keep my eyes open.
Good question. Let me tell you what happened to me last month. It was embarrassing.
What happened?
I came home after a 12-hour workday. I was so tired I couldn't think. I laid on the couch and thought, there's no way I can study French today.
Did you give up for that day?
Almost. But then I remembered my rule. Never skip 2 days in a row.
Never skip 2 days in a row? Why is that so important?
Because if you skip 1 day, it's easy to skip 2 days, then 3 days. Then suddenly a week has passed and you've completely lost your momentum.
Momentum is forward movement that becomes easier over time. For example, I built momentum by practicing every day, and now studying feels natural.
Exactly! Momentum is so powerful. Once you have it, you don't want to lose it.
So what did you do on that exhausted day?
I gave myself permission to do the absolute minimum. I put on a French podcast while lying in bed. I didn't even try to understand everything. I just listened.
How long did you listen?
Maybe 5 or 6 minutes before I fell asleep. But I still checked that day off on my calendar. I didn't break my streak.
So you're saying, on the hardest days, just do something tiny to keep the consistency alive?
Yes, consistency means doing something regularly, even if it's small. For example, consistency beats intensity every time.
I love that phrase. So it's better to study 2 minutes every day than 2 hours once a week.
Much better! Your brain needs regular contact with the language. Even tiny amounts add up over time.
Okay, everyone listening, let's pause right here.
We're going to do something together. Right now. Not later. Now.
Open your English app, or grab an English book, or turn on YouTube captions, whatever you have nearby.
Set a timer for 2 minutes. Do it now while we keep talking. We'll wait.
Seriously, grab your phone, press start on that timer. 2 minutes.
Got it? Good. That's your challenge for the next 7 days. 2 minutes of English practice every single day.
And here's how we'll hold each other accountable. Come back to this video tomorrow and comment, Day 1 done.
Then the next day, Day 2 done. We'll reply to every comment. We'll be checking.
All right, time is running. Let's talk about what happens after those 2 minutes and how to make it actually enjoyable.
Because if learning feels like torture, you'll never stick with it. Let's be real.
So, Zia, sometimes I'm not tired. I'm just bored. Spanish grammar exercises feel like punishment. What do I do?
Change the method. The language stays the same, but the approach can be completely different.
What do you mean by that?
Instead of doing boring textbook exercises, I started watching French movies with subtitles, or listening to French music and looking up the lyrics.
So you're still learning French, but it doesn't feel like studying anymore.
Exactly. Learning should be enjoyable, not torture. If your current method is killing your motivation, switch it up.
That makes so much sense. Maybe I should watch Spanish TV shows instead of just drilling verb conjugations all the time.
Absolutely. Do 10 minutes of grammar if you need to, then 20 minutes of something fun. Balance is key.
What else helped you stay motivated when learning got really difficult?
I started tracking my progress visually. I made a calendar and put a check mark for every day I practiced, even just for 2 minutes.
Like a streak. You don't want to break the chain of check marks, so you keep going.
Exactly. Break the chain means to interrupt a continuous streak or pattern. For example, I didn't want to break the chain, so I practiced even on vacation.
That's smart. Seeing those check marks lined up must feel really satisfying.
It does. And here's another trick. I celebrated small wins. If I learned 5 new words, I gave myself a little reward, maybe chocolate or an episode of my favorite show.
Positive reinforcement. Your brain starts to associate learning with good feelings and rewards.
Positive reinforcement means rewarding yourself to encourage repeating a behavior. For example, I use positive reinforcement by treating myself to coffee after studying.
Learning doesn't have to be all serious and painful. Make it fun. Make it rewarding. Make it something you actually look forward to.
Exactly. But Simon, I have to ask, what about those moments when you feel like you're not improving at all? Like you're stuck forever? I call it the invisible progress phase. You are improving, but you can't see it yet. It's happening under the surface.
Invisible progress phase. I like that term. But how do you know progress is happening if you can't see it?
Think about it like this. When you water a plant, you don't see it grow immediately, right? But the roots are getting stronger underground.
And then suddenly, you see a new leaf, a breakthrough.
Exactly. Breakthrough means sudden improvement or success after a period of struggle. For example, after 2 months of feeling stuck, I had a breakthrough in my speaking.
So even when I feel stuck, my brain is actually processing and organizing information. I just can't see it yet.
Precisely. Progress isn't always linear. Sometimes you plateau, then suddenly you jump forward. You just have to trust the process.
Trust the process means to believe in the method and keep going, even when results aren't immediate. For example, I wanted to quit, but I trusted the process and kept practicing.
That's a great example. And you know what? Every expert was once a beginner who didn't give up.
Every fluent speaker went through the frustrating intermediate phase. They just kept showing up, day after day.
Keep showing up. That's the secret. Not perfection, not talent, just showing up consistently.
Keep showing up means to continue appearing and making effort, even when it's difficult. For example, I didn't feel motivated, but I kept showing up every day.
And that's what separates people who succeed from people who quit. Successful people kept going.
All right, before we finish, let's review the key vocabulary from today. Listen carefully. You'll see how much you already understood.
Number 1, procrastination trap. When you keep delaying something until it never happens.
I fell into the procrastination trap and stopped exercising.
Number 2, intermediate plateau. A period where progress feels stuck or invisible, even though you're still learning.
After 3 months, I hit an intermediate plateau and felt discouraged.
Number 3, barrier to entry. The difficulty or effort needed to start something.
I lowered the barrier to entry by keeping my textbook on my desk.
Number 4, momentum. Forward movement that becomes easier over time.
I built momentum by practicing daily, and now studying feels natural.
Number 5, consistency. Doing something regularly, even if it's small.
Consistency beats intensity every time.
Number 6, break the chain. To interrupt a continuous streak or pattern.
I didn't want to break the chain, so I practiced even when I was tired.
Number 7, positive reinforcement. Rewarding yourself to encourage repeating a behavior.
I use positive reinforcement by watching a show after I study.
Number 8, breakthrough. Sudden improvement or success after struggle.
After 2 months of feeling stuck, I had a breakthrough in speaking.
Number 9, trust the process. Believe in the method and keep going, even when results aren't immediate.
I wanted to quit, but I trusted the process and kept practicing.
Number 10, keep showing up. Continue appearing and making effort, even when it's difficult.
I didn't feel motivated, but I kept showing up every day.
All these phrases are in the PDF workbook with extra examples and exercises. Download it from the description.
All right, here's what you do right now. Not tomorrow, now.
If you haven't already, set that 2-minute timer. Practice English for 2 minutes, even if it's just reading the video description.
Then screenshot your timer or your check mark and post it on Instagram. Tag us at Quiet English. We'll repost every single one.
Or comment below, 2 minutes done. We reply to every comment within 24 hours. Seriously, test us.
Tomorrow, come back to this video and comment, Day 2 done. Then, Day 3 done. Build that 7-day streak with us.
And don't forget our challenge. How many times did we say give up or quit? Drop your number below. We'll reveal the answer in a pinned comment tomorrow.
If this episode helped you, hit that subscribe button. New motivational episodes every Monday and Friday.
Real conversations about English, habits, and never giving up. We're all in this together.
Remember, when you feel tired, don't give up. Just do 2 minutes. When you feel bored, change your method. When you feel stuck, trust that invisible progress is happening.
You're not alone in this journey. We're all learning, all struggling, all improving together. Keep showing up.
Download the free PDF workbook for your 7-day tracker and vocabulary exercises. Let's do this together.
Thanks for listening to Quiet English Conversation. See you in the next episode. And remember, just 2 minutes today. That's all you need.
You've got this. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Keep showing up.